Timon Musinguzi knows exactly what it means to face adversity, to wake up to a whole new reality. It's been 14 years since he lost his leg, job and financial freedom. Comfort Musinguzi, Timon's wife, has been the breadwinner and comforter of her family through this trying time. Without knowing whether things will get better or not, Comfort has been able to remain grounded, respect her husband, and be a model mother. How she keeps this way is one word: perception. Welcome back from the break. You're still watching Life Stories with me, your host, Justine. Thank you for being a part of the show. We continue with Timon Musinguzi's story. Very heartbreaking. Good enough, the wife stayed. She's joining us on the show. Meet this sole breadwinner to this family. Meet this patient woman. Hear them, hear their story, and find out how more we can help them. Hello, madam.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, madam. How are you?
I'm fine. I got you from work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm trying. Looking after my family. I'm trying.
You were with Timon when he got the accident?
Yes, I was with him.
Were you injured?
No. I just got pain, back pain, but the pain ceased within a short time.
Looking at all that he went through and the fact that you survived, you know, without anything major, how do you feel about that?
Really, I thank God very much, because I think it was God's mercy that was on me, because sometimes I couldn't believe when I was with him on the bed, because looking at someone who is amputated, he has lost a leg, and for you, you're okay.
Yet you were in the same accident?
Yet we were in the same accident. I thank God very much for that.
How has life been? What do you have to endure?
Life has not been very simple coming out of this, because even during the hospital time, we spent a lot of money. We sold everything that we had. All the things that we possessed were sold off. So life has not been very good looking after Timon, especially during that time when he was still in Morocco. It wasn't very easy. And it hasn't been even easy even up to now, because we still have to.
What is your most significant challenge?
The challenge is that we all work, we were all working with private organizations. No one worked for the government, and we were earning very little money. And today I'm earning alone. I'm the one working, looking after the family. So it's a challenge, because sometimes I fail to raise up what I'm supposed to do.
So what do you do when it's school time? Like it's school time next week?
Looking at my salary being very small, what I do, I go to circles, I get loans, because my salary cannot pay school fees for those children. So what I do, I run up for loans so that I can pay school fees for my children. But even paying back is not easy, because I use that salary since I sold all the things that I had, where we were getting some earning.
So clearly things are not easy, and I can even tell how hard it is for you to break it down for me. But do you ever think about the reason both of you survived?
I think we survived. I think God had something for us, and really to reach now, because it has been now already 2 years with this. I think God wanted us to show that people can survive even if they get problems.
So you think it happened for a reason?
Yeah.
How is your relationship? Because you work and your husband is at home and he's amputated, and things have not been easy for a long time. Has that affected the relationship?
Yeah, it has not affected it much, because we sit together and agree on certain things. Like I have to put it across. I have to tell him that, you see what happened, you're not in good health, so you're not working, let me work very hard, But of course, a man sitting at home and then a woman going, running up and down, there is a way how a man feels. A man feels, when he sees you doing something, he says, yeah, I should be the one doing this. I should be the one responsible for this. But of course, I comfort him and I tell him, that's how God wanted it. That's what you are. So there is nothing you can do. So I try hard to counsel him. But of course, to me, it would be better if he gets something to do, because it hasn't been easy sitting down in the house all this while.
It is our individual realities that relate to the realities we see. When you hear from and look at the Musinguzi family, you perceive them as troubled people. But Comfort, who is the circuit of all the pain, has pushed herself to a position where she has created an awesome reality. How have you managed to accommodate the children in this situation, to make them get used to the fact that their father is amputated and he's not working, and it's mom doing ABCD?
Well, most of the time I sit with my children and explain to them and tell them and show them the situation they are in. And in fact, they are getting used, because sometimes they come and tell me, Mom, you're working, you're alone, Dad is not working, so let us not buy this, let us do this, you pay school fees, then don't give us this, because we can survive without it. So these children, at first, they could not understand, because some of them were young. Some of them are young. They could not understand that their father has no money, that he's not working. But whenever they keep seeing that you're going to hospital, you're paying that money, when they see their father not working very well, so they could say, hey, but you don't have money because you have to go to hospital. So they get to understand the situation. And when you sit down with them, we sit down with their father and we say, you see what happened to him. So we need to some of the things we need to put them aside.
So how many children do you have?
I have 5.
What is the age of, the eldest?
The eldest is now 23.
The eldest is now 23.
Then the next is 20. Another one is 10. Then another one 6. Then 1 year.
God. You look so young.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, you look so young. Has anybody told you it's hard to believe you have a 23-year-old
Yeah, most of the people say I look young, but yeah.
For a second when you said 23, I said, did she get the question? Oh,
So
really?
Yeah.
You have a child who's 23 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you able to, they must be in higher institutions of learning now.
Yeah.
How are you able to sustain them?
Now, when we were working together with my husband, things were somehow okay, because the earning we would add the earnings we have, and then we put these children in school. But when we got this problem, then things turned. And these children, the old ones were already in institution, and another one was finishing senior 6. So that's where the challenge came. After
Timon's accident, you have managed to have a child with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a child after the accident.
How are you able to live with this? Because it's not easy to take care of the family alone and then to watch your husband go through all that. How are you able to move on with life anyway? How do you survive emotionally?
Yeah, sometimes I shed tears. Sometimes I cry now. Sometimes I feel life has gone. I feel it's the end of it. Especially when my children are starting school, and you don't see any money, you don't see anything. They are crying, Mommy, we have to go to school. But I have survived. I call God to help me, because it isn't easy.
What big lesson do you pick from this part of your life?
What I've learned from my situation, I've learned that even if you get problems on this earth, but life is very important. Because we have life Timon is alive. We talk to him, we chat with him. The children like him as their father. When they find him, they are very happy. And life is very important more than anything else.
Comfort, how can we help you?
Well,
short term or long term, how can we help you?
I need a lot of help, in fact, because the 2 years I've spent in this situation, I see I need help because, one, I need Timon to work. Because I don't like finding him, leaving him at home, finding him at home without working. And two, it stresses him so much. So I need him to have something to do. Because I was always telling people, calling upon people, why can't you help me and look for this man a job? Because to me, I feel if he works, one, it can reduce on the stress. Because whenever this one is, when things are not at home, when we don't have soap, when we don't have food, then he says, if I was working, these things should be there. So if he works, then it can be very good. So I'm calling upon any organization, any person who can help him, especially to work. Then too, Timon needs a permanent artificial limb, which can make him walk, which can make him survive, so that he doesn't get...
So you don't have to keep spending on the fixing?
Yeah, fixing. Because the permanent one cannot even get broken all the time and cannot affect his body because the materials he's using now give him wounds all the time. So if we can get a permanent one, a strong one, which is okay, I think it would be good for us. So that is the most help we need.
It is important to take control of your own reality because no matter how much you have lost, it helps you find the strength to work with what you are left with. After some counseling, Timon agreed to take us back to the road at that very point where his life made a U-turn. So this is the place?
This is the place.
So what happened?
I was coming from this side. When I reached somewhere there, I just put my indicator and my arm going this side.
So the vehicle that knocked you came from this side?
From this side. Yeah.
Oh.
Both of us were coming from this side.
Have you been to this place again?
Yes.
It's very sport.
I'm not scared. Now
I mean, do you hold any sentiments, like any feelings about this particular place?
Now. Definitely. When I come and I reach somewhere, I pray to God so that they can pass through here.
But you survived.
I survived.
You survived. You survived. You survived.
Thank you.
Okay. When he spent some time, even though it was a short while, at that place that he dreaded so much, Timon realized that he can always use the same road, the same spot, and not lose another leg, because that was just a chapter in his life. After that emotional moment, we got back into the car. It broke my heart to drop Comfort, Timon's wife, at her place of work and then drive back home to drop Timon, the head of the house. I could tell how uncomfortable it made him feel. I was damaged to watch him stay back in complete numbness and hopelessness. What have you learned from this experience of your life?
The most important thing is that you can see who are your friends. I've seen those who are my friends and those who are not. And two is that anytime anybody can be like me. And three is that when someone gets a problem, there is a friend of mine, you got an accident, and he was also taken to KIU. But when I moved with this one to go and see her, to go and see him, he could not believe. He said, "Timon, you are not supposed to come and see me." I said, "You came and see me. Why can't I come and see you?" he said that the condition you are in cannot force you to come and see me in Ishaka. I said, please, I thank God you are still alive and you can talk. The rest you can live.
So Timon, how can one make life easier for you? How can we help you?
The most important thing is that I cannot say that someone can assist me in paying the school fees for my kids, but I want at least to have a job. At least a job, so that I can survive and get the money for paying for my kids.
You want a job?
I want a job. That's the most important thing. Because I look at the situation, when I look at some other people, for instance, next week they are going back to school. When I will just see them going back to school and remain home, I just get... But not necessarily of teaching, any job I can work. Because first of all, I'm a graduate. And being a graduate, really, and you remain at home, digging, it disturbs my head. It looks as if you didn't study. Yes.
All right, Timon. Sorry about what happened to you.
Yes.
So sorry.
Exactly.
But, you know, I'm glad that you have chosen to survive and you're trying to do more than survive. You're trying to get a job and get back to life.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank God you survived. Thank you so much for giving us your story.
Thank you much.
Thank you for being on the show. All right. Good luck with that. And I'm hoping that somebody will wake up and employ you, because I can see you can work.
Yes. I don't have any problem. I can work.
Okay, please.
You're welcome.
I humbly request you, ladies and gentlemen, to please help and give Timon something to do. Save his life, save his family. But also, if you want to help comfort, make the burden lighter for her, as per now, you can reach us on the numbers below or come to NTV Kampala Serena Hotel and we shall help you and direct you on how you can help these people. Life Stories continues shortly with another story of indescribable courage and undeniable strength to survive. We'll be back after the break.